Dallas Police Chief Jesse Curry addressed a room full of reporters, telling them that he would bring the assassination suspect of the president to the room for their examination only under certain conditions.
Stand down. If there's a rush up here, he's immediately going down, and that's it. Now, do we understand each other? Right.
Police Chief Jesse Curry wanted to make sure that the reporters would not get too near the suspect. They didn't. 24-year-old Lee Harvey Oswald was brought before the room full of reporters, a small man, almost lost in the tall police officers around him, especially in the bulk of the TV cameras that looked down upon him. On his forehead, a slight cut. A well-spoken young man, weighed about 135 pounds, dressed in baggy trousers, a white T-shirt, and a gray Eisenhower-type jacket. Most of his remarks were unintelligible to the majority of the reporters. However, one question and one answer rang loud and clear. Did you kill the President of the United States?
No, I have not been charged with that. In fact, nobody has said that yet. The first thing I heard about was when the newspaper reporters in the hall.
Oswald's answer to the question, did you kill the President of the United States? No, I have not been charged with that. The first I knew of it was when the reporters asked me in the hall. After Oswald was taken from the room, he answered one question concerning the cut on his forehead. When asked how he got it, he said he was hit by a police officer. There had been rumors earlier that Oswald had charged brutality against the Dallas police. After Oswald was taken from the room, and that was very quickly after his statement that he had not been charged with the murder of the presidency, reporters began to question Dallas District Attorney Henry Wade concerning the charges. Wade said 2 charges had been placed. Charges of premeditated murder in the first degree. One for the shooting of Dallas Police Officer Tippit, the other for the murder of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, President of the United States. This was the first news the reporters had had that charges of murdering the president had actually been filed against Oswald. They immediately began to fire questions. Oswald indicated that he did not know the charges had been filed against him, and District Attorney Henry Wade said he had been informed. Later, Wade found himself corrected by an assistant in his office who said Oswald had not been told that he had been charged with the murder of the president. He indicated that it was not necessary to tell him since he had already been charged with one capital offense, that the killing of the Dallas patrolman.
He has not been advised of the charge of the murder of the president because he is on capital offense on the other.
He
has not been advised. The complaint has not been advised. He has not been arraigned on the second charge.
But he indicated he would be arraigned on the second charge within hours in the same building where reporters were questioning Henry Wade at that time. Incidentally, District Attorney Wade brought out the charges, both of them, premeditated murder, were state charges, and he indicated his office would ask for the death penalty. One reporter asked Henry Wade if there were federal charges comparable to the state charges. Wade said he did not believe that there were such charges, federal charges, against murder. However, against the President of the United States may be another matter. Concerning the 24-year-old suspect himself, District Attorney Henry Wade answered such questions as these.
Was he a talkative suspect, or did he just clam up? Did he talk at all?
I think he talked quite a bit.
Did he make any conflicting statements?
He denied both murders all the way, though.
Did he admit possession of the gun or ownership of the gun?
Denied both of them. Had one on him when he was arrested. He denied possession and ownership of both guns.
Do his fingerprints match the fingerprints on the gun of the rifle?
That's part of the evidence that we'll later determine a little more definite on. The gun and stuff's been sent to Washington.
Was he a former Marine?
Sir?
Is he a former Marine?
And the delving into the background of what appears to be a presidential assassin goes on. District Attorney Henry Wade pointing out that the suspect, Oswald, had denied even having possession of the gun that 4 policemen took away from him in a fairly crowded movie theater in the Oak Cliff section of Dallas earlier today. That pistol, incidentally, that killed a Dallas police officer. Ballistics tests have not been released to the public at this time. As District Attorney Henry Wade pointed out, both the rifle found at the warehouse where the shots were fired at the presidential motorcade and the pistol taken away from Oswald following the shooting of a Dallas police officer, both those weapons were sent to the FBI crime lab for full examination. Wade indicated they would be brought back to Dallas early next week, possibly in time for a presentation to the grand jury when Oswald goes for indictment either Tuesday or Wednesday. District Attorney Wade refused to speculate on the background of Oswald. Reporters asked if he knew when Oswald had been to Russia. Wade said he was not sure, but he was certain that the information was available elsewhere. And finally, one of the reporters asked what appeared to be the $64,000 question.
Do you have any evidence that he had a gun?
No, sir.
Sir, has
Do you have any evidence that anyone is behind him in the organization, group?
No, sir.
Has anyone contacted you on his behalf?
whether this rifle was definitely the murder weapon, or is that something?
That has not been determined.
Have there been ballistics tests made locally on the gun?
No, sir.
Has anyone contacted you on his behalf?
No, sir.
He has no counsel at the present time?
I don't know if it, someone has talked to the police about it, but I don't know if me talk.
Mr. Wade, did his brother or mother?
An interview with District Attorney Henry Wade concerning the possible background of a presidential assassin. 24-year-old Lee Harvey Oswald, a self-proclaimed Marxist, a person who had tried to renounce his United States citizenship to live in Russia. A person who had married a Russian wife and reportedly had 2 children by her, a wife that spoke no English.
Sir, can you confirm a report that his wife said he had in his possession recently as last night or some recent time a gun such as the one that was found in the building?
Yes, she did.
She did.
She did, but
She did what? I didn't know.
she said that he had a gun of this kind in his possession.
The rifle?
The rifle?
Last night?
Last night. It's that, the reason I answer that question, a wife in Texas can't testify against her husband, as you may or may not know.
Did she say anything about his, talking about this assassinating the president at any time?
I haven't talked with her.
Who was the name of the interpreter with his wife, sir?
What was the name of the interpreter with the suspect's wife? It's rumored, although it's unconfirmed, that she does not speak English. As you heard District Attorney Henry Wade say, she told the police that her husband had last night or the night before the murders a weapon similar to the rifle that was used to kill President John F. Kennedy. In Texas, as he pointed out, a wife cannot be forced to testify against her husband. And it soon became evident that he was not about to testify against himself.
And he flatly denies everything?
Denies it all.
Denies he was in the building?
Yes, that day.
He does work there, then.
Works there.
What did he say he did today?
I don't remember.
He has no...
I don't know. You can find that out from Captain Fred.
That's a good job, Henry. He has no alibi that'll...
He talks freely, but he says nothing. The suspect in the assassination of the President of the United States. This is Bill Carroll in Dallas.